Welcome to another tutorial. Now, today I decided to do something a little bit different so that you can understand how why we went the direction for a weapon manager well, actually me, but why I decided to do a weapon management system like it is instead of doing a traditional just disable everything and enable one. Is because it's going to be really easy to access modify this. Now I have moved it to the main player transform right here because it can be anywhere. It just needs references to the actual weapon objects, which is like our no pose, like Russian gun right here that you see, which actually turned out a little nicer than I thought. But in order to get this to change, we do this button mixture right here. It actually just calls it and changes the integer. Our update right here actually changes everything and enables the weapon. Now, some people might not like this or anything else, but the traditional way of doing this is putting an update here anyway and then changing most of this stuff to an input, hey, and call a function, change weapon, and things like that, where you're still going to have this one update anyway. So regardless, you're going to have it. And this is only called once. It has to actually have the statement, weapon does not equal weapon object dot current weapon, which is our integer for things, integer current weapon, and it's not active. So it's just going to exit out of this, just pretty much bail out anyway. So it's just like a return. Sitting here, update, and then hit return. And it runs really quickly. Now this if base.change equals true, which is our input, I will omit, but you calling it like this, and our weapon, current weapon, does not equal weapon object.length. Oh yes, check to make sure that we're not at the exact length of the array. If we don't do this, it gets like dumb errors and stuff. So we do all these checks with this, and I just have it do the send message right here, put away, which is nothing. Which actually, believe it or not, we should have it this way. Don't require a receiver. We should actually have it changed to this. So that way, if it doesn't receive this message, it's not going to give us some stupid error. Which I don't think it will, but anyway, there's not much change in this because it really doesn't. But you see this public function right here. And then you see this overload, a parameter, you see weapon, and then an integer. Basically, this right here is the equivalent of this. We're just not doing a bunch of checks. Now, the reason why I have this is a receiving end modifier. I modify it directly instead of just incrementing it. I'm modifying it directly because it has to receive a whole number for this function. You'll call this function and it will require you to have an integer. Okay? And it does all this logic that this one does. So, and you know what this means. So it'll still return and do this update and change our weapons. It doesn't matter. So, and I made a simple script for spawning the player. Okay, this can be in the level anywhere. I just put it on an empty transform and put it right here. Now, I have it go to a prefab. Exit. exit. Okay, there we go. Now I have it go to a prefab over a controller. So it's not in the level when it starts. It just pops in. Which, it's pretty goofy because it's only arms, but you get the gist. Now, okay, let me move it. Okay. Now, it wants to be slow today. But anyway, so it's on this transform. So why do I have it? And it's very simple. See, these buttons that are in my game, now I'm using this to change up the weapons like this. Bam, there's the first weapon, which it's off place and the placement's wrong and stuff, but regardless, it actually works for the most part. Just, it's a problem with the model and stuff, with the animating and things, which is really an artwork issue. It's not really a code issue, so you could easily fix this. Now, you can't really see it because it's going off screen. Ugh. But you see this weapon 2 button? Now watch this screen when I hit weapon 2. Bam. It goes to our little guy right here. Okay, now weapon 1, you can see the shadow right here where my mouse clicker is. It will do its job and switch back. Now, because it's a button and everything, I had to do a canvas and then I just put it in a panel and some buttons. Now, you see this? This is actually this this little level game object. You place it right in here. Okay. Then it goes no function. You go in here. Level script weapons. That's what the script's called. You see this integer weapon? Bam. That's it. And now you just set this integer to what weapon in the list that you actually have. So basically, your FPS guy, you want one button for no pose. This is the first one. This is the second one. And for each button right here, it just keeps adding it. Okay? You just add another button, another button. So you can have like 5 slots. And whatever these are in here, each weapon represents one weapon. And you just, when you do the buttons, you just change it to 0, 1, 2, 3. It's pretty simple. Now this is the callback that's actually on the player. See, it has to receive this message right here, so it can change everything. Well, no, this is the sending one. This is actually where we send. Now you see spawn player, which is the spawn object. I put it private because I need to instantiate it and then cache it. Or see, if we don't do this, then we've got to do this really messy code of, where's my guy? Controller weapon. Oh, it'd be on my weapon script. How can we get that without? I actually have none of them. You know what? Just start it. Okay. And the whole reason we had to do that weapon find for the weapon cam, you'll have to execute this kind of code. This code right here, terrible. Terribly slow. If you have like lots of code starting up and start a lot, and you're trying to access this, it will give you tons of errors. Never use this. I only used it because I wanted the weapon camera if it's null. Like if we sit there and didn't have it and put it in. If we didn't just drag it in, which, you could. It's not an issue. Okay.